Hey guys, it's Jennifer. I am back for my week 40 weight loss journey update, and let's just get into the numbers. So for my waist, it was at 40 inches, so it stayed the same as last week. My arm was at 13 3/4, so it actually went down 1/4 of an inch. My hips are at 40 1/2 inches, so I went up 3/4 of an inch from last week. My calf is at 15 1/2 inches, so I'm down 1/2 inch. My bust is at 42 1/2 inches, so I'm down 1/2 inch. And my weight, funny thing, okay, so I weighed in at 227.8. What had happened is how I was talking about, I don't even think I have it anymore, the crappy white scale I gave it to my kids to play with. How I was having issues with my Wii board in the beginning, and then like how it kept going way up and then way down. Like it literally said I'd lost like 50 pounds, my Wii board did. So that's why I went and got the little step-on old fashioned. And then that one started giving me problems. And so, long story short, from the week before being 210 on that Friday when I weighed myself, Saturday morning my husband found my digital scale, put batteries in it, and he weighed himself, and he's stayed about 140 forever. And so I stood on it and I weighed 230 point something or whatever. So basically I gained like 20 pounds in 12 hours. Not really, but my scales have just been off. So I feel pretty confident with my digital scale, and I'm just going to basically just start over, except the fact that I've probably been 20 pounds more than what I've been writing down. And yeah. So starting fresh, 227.8. I weighed myself this morning and it was at 227. Yeah, I had a flu bug, and so I didn't eat as much, so that's probably all that is. It's not even anything to deal with. But going forward, we're going to be using the digital scale from now on. My plans for next week are going to be just trying to stay healthy and doing my cardio, walking on my lunch break, walking after work if it's nice out. I may even need to start going to the gym. For those of you who don't know, we are trying to conceive a baby, and we are on our 25th cycle, and getting to the point where I'm kind of not giving up, but I'm kind of giving in to some cravings at certain times more, and I don't know if it's just from like stress from that or what, but I'm really going to try to do my best. And yeah, so I'm just going to try to eat healthy, do cardio, and keep on chugging and trying to get over it. I mean, it was just like a huge shock when I figured out because I knew my scale had to be off, but I didn't think it was 20 pounds off. And at least I have my measurements here, because if I didn't have my measurements, I would just probably quit this altogether, honestly, because yeah, it's been like, let me just do this. So I'm going to compare what the first week was when I started versus now. And I know I've got some kind of like where it went up a little bit in the last 5 weeks, 6 weeks. It started, my measurements kind of went up a little bit. But now they're on their way back down again. And I really think that's just from honestly trying to have another baby, and the stress is finally getting to me. But for week 1, my waist was at 48 inches, so I'm down 8 inches. My arm was at 15 1/2 inches, and so now it's at 13 3/4, so I'm down there. My arms never really change. My hips were at 47 inches, and now they are at 40 1/2 inches. My calf was at 16 1/2, now it's at 15 1/2, so it's down an inch. Again, my calves have always been big. Even when I was like a size 2, my calves were huge. Never been able to really find good boots and things. For my bust was at 47 inches, and now it's at 42 1/2. And that's another thing that's always been, I've like size 2, I was always like a double D in bras. Yeah. And for my weight, when I started, was supposedly 229, and that was on the Wii Fit board. I didn't mark. I should have marked on here when I went from the Wii Fit board to the spinny spring scale, but I didn't. But now it's at 227, so at least I'm down. Yeah, so going forward and pulling myself out of the shock of being bigger, yeah, I will see you guys for week 41, and I'll do my best, you do your best, and subscribe. Bye.